7 days a week.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to this Valentine's edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. Now be safe out there. It is snowing. It's a very snowy Valentine's Day. Eagle schools are closed today, so kids keep those Valentine's Day cards until probably Tuesday. President's Day is on Monday, but be safe out there. We have an awesome show in store for you today. I have the men from Dogma Athletica here in studio with me today. They're going to get our train on. Super stoked on that. A Valentine's Day cake we're going to learn how to make, so it's going to be a good one. Grab that cup of coffee. Sit back. Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good Morning Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. You're home in the Rockies. Get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good Morning Vail.
This weather report is sponsored by Grand Hyatt Vail. Indulge in the bold flavors of Makoto at Grand Hyatt Vail. Make your reservations today.
Welcome to the TV8 Weather Center. Happy snowy Friday. Can't believe it's so snowy, but skiers, snowboarders alike will be stoked on this today. 8 a.m. 34 degrees, a high of 36. That makes a 90% chance of snow, periods of snow, winds west to southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now be safe out there when you're driving. A little bit slick on the roads right now. 8 a.m. 34 degrees and snow, noon at 35 with the snowfall still heading in. 4 p.m. 34 and then 8 p.m. 31 snow all day long. So get on out there on that mountain for Valentine's Day. What a great way to spread love on the mountain today. Eagle, we have 40 degrees, Avon 37, Vail 36, and snow showers throughout the mountain towns. Denver 48 degrees and a little bit sunnier in Denver. Tonight a low of 25. Snow is 70% chance, light snow. Sunset 5:41 and winds south to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So it is going to be a snowy Valentine's Day indeed. Snow showers on Saturday, a high of 30, low of 13. Sunday, the same. Monday, snow 34, 21. Tuesday, mostly cloudy with the snow kind of dwindling out with 31 degrees, 16 as the low. And Wednesday, partly cloudy and 34 and a low of 22. So a little bit of snow and then some sunshine later on that week. Beaver Creek snow report, 24 lifts open, which 174 of the trails now are open. Love to see this. 98% of the terrain is open. That's Beaver Creek. Lift hours 8:30 to 4 p.m. Now the snow report for Beaver Creek, 3 inches in the last 24, not too bad. 4 in the last 48 hours, 160 for the season total, and 46 inches for the base depth. Now let's hop over to Vail Mountain snow report. 31 lifts open, 274 trails open, 98% of the terrain. I love that. Lift hours 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Vail. Now the snow report, 4 inches in the last 24, 5 for the last 48, 194 for the season total, and 56 inches for the base depth for Vail for their snow report. Now, Lens of the Day is one of my favorite times of the day. Let's take a look.
Lens of the Day is brought to you by Eyepieces of Vail and Goggle Bar.
It's time for Lens of the Day, sponsored by Eyepieces of Vail. Eyepieces of Vail has locations in Basalt, Snowmass, Vail, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, and Edwards for all of your eyewear, and in this case, helmet needs. Today we're going to talk about the Smith Nexus. Now, there's been a lot of new technology that has taken place in some of these helmets. This is no exception to that. The helmet has 22 different vents, so it offers, a lot of comfort, whether the temperature you're skiing in is cold or a little bit warmer. So all throughout the season, this helmet is a perfect option for you. It's also got MIPS, which most helmets now are getting the MIPS, that multi impact protection that allows you the mobility of the helmet, so when you hit or take a direct impact, it inflects it around so you don't feel a direct force. A new technology that's built into this helmet is Choroid. Now, Choroid is a series of tubes that also impact direct forces. So that allows the injury not to be sustained to the person wearing it, but to be impacted throughout the helmet. You'll see some of the impact joints right here, similar to what you see on some of the new NFL helmets, to where it takes that force off of who is going to receive it and disperses it throughout the helmet. What a great product this is, and it's so durable. This is something that is going to last season after season. So Smith has great technology. The Choroid is something new that they're building in the helmets. You partner these with some Smith goggles, and you've got the best technology to allow for a very safe and enjoyable day on the mountain, whether you're snowboarding or skiing. It's going to offer everything that you want. Eyepieces of Vail, great partner here at TV8 and Good Morning Vail. Make sure you visit one of their local areas, whether you're in Basalt, Snowmass, Vail, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, or here in Edwards.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Stevie Lee Woods presents Nashville Roadhouse Live, where country meets rock and roll.
It's where I drank my first beer, where I found Jesus, where I wrecked my first car, I tore it all to pieces. Join us every week for more live performances right here on Nashville Roadhouse Live.
TVA Vail is proud to announce the Wacky Winter Reading Program. We're asking children of all ages, K and even the teenagers going up to 12th grade, read 10 books or 1,000 pages by April 30th, 2025. You can find all the details on our website, tva-vail.com. Thank you to our sponsor, the lovely Eagle Valley Library District, where you can go pick up your book and have a great time. Have a great winter from your friends at TVA Vail.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do. So even though you work
Some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm so excited to interview Denise Leonhard. She is the general manager of Zelle. How are you doing, Denise?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for getting up early with us. And, happy Valentine's Day to you, by the way. But I know we're talking about a little bit of maybe not the best situation during Valentine's Day as far as fraudulent situations can go with online dating. So I can't wait to hear about what you have to say about this.
Well, first of all, happy Valentine's Day to you as well.
Thank you.
So when we think about romance scams, and as Americans spend more and more time online, whether that be social media platforms or dating apps, we are finding that scammers are following us there. So that somebody who's reaching out on a dating app or potentially on one of the social media platforms, they could be reaching out and providing a fake identity or sending pictures of beautiful people.
Right.
And it almost feels too good to be true. And usually when it's too good to be true, it usually is too good to be true. It's usually a scam. And if people are reaching out and they're asking for you to send money before you've even met, it's not true love. It's definitely a scam.
Denise, this is really interesting because I was reading information about this last night, and I actually have a friend whose mother went through this, and she lost thousands of dollars. So I know it touches lives more than I think we realize, because so often I think we think, oh, this will never happen to me, or this isn't something you see in movies or, TV shows, but it happens every day to so many people, and it's sad.
It's extremely sad, and it's because these scammers really prey on people's emotions. Mm-hmm. They go after people at their most vulnerable times. And the other thing that I think we need to do is demystify it a little bit. I think we need to start talking about it and drive awareness so that people aren't embarrassed and they feel like they can share their stories so other people can learn from them.
100%. And when you say the most vulnerable, is that maybe someone that lost a partner or has been through something? I mean, what does that mean and what does that look like exactly?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that when emotions are high, scammers know it. Yeah. So exactly in the time of losing a partner, or what we saw actually during the Los Angeles wildfires, were scammers impersonating insurance agents or impersonating charities in order to get to victims when emotions are running high, and maybe they're not taking that deep breath in order to just take a step back and think, is this legitimate or not?
Disappointing, because you want to think that all people are good and look for the good in people, but you do have to make yourself aware of these things. And I was wondering, Denise, because I am someone who trusts a lot in people, and I know so many others like that. What are some things, like you said, it's too good? If it feels too good to be true, then probably it is. What are some other ways that maybe we, if you're thinking or feeling, your gut reaction is I don't know if I should be do you just never send anyone what is the deal? How do you kind of decipher if they're real or not?
Yeah, so Again, like in a romance scam, if they're asking you to send money before you've met the person in real life, it's definitely a scam. So there is this authenticity that you need to check. In the example of the insurance agent or the charity, if somebody's reaching out asking you to send money, my recommendation would be to hang up the phone, stop the text messages, don't answer the email, and go directly to that company's website and then contact them directly. And then again, I really do think it's about having a circle of people that you can talk to about this and explain what you're going through.
Oh, it makes me so sad that this is a reality, but I'm so happy, like you're saying, that you're raising awareness for this, and it is a conversation we need to have, because I think maybe sometimes people would feel embarrassed, but like I said, I know a very dear friend's mother who went through this and lost so much money, and it's real. It happens every day.
Yeah, it does, unfortunately.
Well, this is the bleak side of Valentine's Day today. But I'm glad that you're raising the awareness for that. And so you're thinking, if you do have in your gut feeling that it's not real, just walk away and don't send money.
Exactly.
Oh, thank you so much, Denise. We appreciate you spending Love Day with us here on the couch of Good Morning Vail.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you, too. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking to spice up your career life? Well, then TV8 Vail is looking for some part-time hosts. There's no better way to start your morning than here with the TV8 and Good Morning Vail team. You can email your resumes to Danielle@tv8vail.com, and that way you can be part of the fun.
Discover the perfect blend of style and performance in your eyewear at Eyepieces. With convenient locations in Vail Village, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, Edwards, Basalt, and Snowmass, Eyepieces is the destination for luxury eyewear and high-performance optics. From iconic brands to the latest in sport frames and snow goggles, we have the eyewear to match your mountain lifestyle. Plus, we offer prescription lens services, including eye exams, custom lenses, and prescription goggles for your mountain adventures. Visit us today to experience the art of vision. Eyepieces, serving the Vail Valley's vision needs for over 40 years.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunity to points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point of this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Happy Valentine's Day. We have two of the coolest people I know on, do you like that intro? On the couch today with us, the men from Dogma Athletica. We have Brent and Jared. How are you guys doing?
Good, thank you. Good.
Good. How was your drive this morning? Tell us the truth. We want to know.
It was a little bit scary from Gypsum to Eagle, and then it started to get better from Eagle to Edwards. And then Edwards is also scary to Avon, but then made it here safe.
Good. How did you feel, Brent? Did you feel good?
It's not bad. I had a client at 6 a.m., so
I knew you were going to say that. I love that. So, Brent, you're the owner of Dogma, and then you, Jared, are one of the trainers there. So I'm interested, I know this answer, but Brent, how did you get started with all of this? How did Dogma become? How did you create Dogma Athletica?
Rod Connolly was the founder back in 06, and he built it up. He built the clientele, so I think all praise goes to him for being within the community and just building that gym up. And then he moved on to other avenues in 2022,
right, and
sold to Dan Swinson. Dan kind of told me when he came on board that he was just in it for a few years, 5 at the most,
right.
And at that point we kind of had talked about my transitioning at that point, so it was always in the back of my head.
That's neat. That's so rad. And then how did you come to be a trainer with Dogma? How did that happen?
I guess, my journey started from middle school and up, and I got into the health and fitness field. Originally wanted to be a physical therapist, but then decided I liked to do the sports aspect side of things.
Cool.
So I'm educated in the strength and conditioning field, went to Purdue and Texas A&M, got my master's from there, which was really fun.
Impressive.
And then my wife, she also went to A&M and Purdue with me. She moved out to Gypsum, Colorado. She's the supervisor at Mountain Recreation in Gypsum.
Oh, cool.
So she graduated a bit before me. Once she moved into her role here, I moved here to be with her, and then we had a little baby girl.
I love that.
She's 3 now, and we just had another little baby in October.
Congratulations.
So, it's been so fun.
You're going to have lots of love on Valentine's Day today.
Yeah, exactly. I was up at 6 making balloons and doing gifts in the living room and stuff. It was fun.
I love that. So we'll take it back to the roots. Dogma, where are we located? Where is Dogma located?
We're in the Riverwalk.
Right.
Across from the movie theater, down the stairs. So we have a beautiful patio that opens up onto the river.
Cool.
It's awesome in the summertime. We can open up both of those doors and take some weights out onto the patio, and you get the sound of the river. It's
beautiful.
It's a great location.
And you actually train right there as well, right? Like outside as well?
Absolutely,
yes,
yeah.
Because I get my hair done close to Riverwalk, and I think one of the barbers goes to you guys as well.
Sure.
We won't use names, but no, and it's so fun to see, and it gets me excited because the people that you're working with, and I'm not just saying this because I like you guys, they look like they're excited but having fun. I've seen so many people working out, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. You look like you're in misery, but it looks like people are enjoying themselves,
that's what we try to focus on.
Right.
Being present and purposeful and intentional.
Yes.
And I think you can really, this valley has so many activities to offer.
Right.
So being on the river, being able to just train on the river, we can take weights down to the river. We'll in the summertime, we'll go down and dip our legs in the river.
Love it.
And right after a hard sweat. So it really is a beautiful location.
You get to use nature and what we love, and I dare say what all of us moved to Vail for, and kind of incorporate that with the energy of working out, which is so cool.
Sure.
That's rad.
Sure.
Now, what do you guys offer? Because I know you're getting even more things like Pilates, which I am so personally excited about. That's my jam. That's the one thing I'm actually kind of good at. But what do you offer? Just a broad scope of what you offer for people.
So what I just launched was a new Pilates program. We have private Pilates training right now.
Cool.
So you can book that with us. By the summer, I'd like to have some Pilates classes. So that's my goal here, is to build one of our cardio rooms up into a full Pilates studio.
So cool.
We also have Mike Pinder, who came over from Howard Head,
okay,
who is now doing dry needling and PT. So if you have any kind of ailments from lifting or from skiing, we're all encompassing now.
I was going to say that's wild, and that's very rare to have all of that in one space.
We are the only gym west of Denver that has Pilates, weight training, PT, classes, and yoga all under one roof.
That's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
That's really amazing. And so this is so much information, I know, obviously, for people. When they want to get more information, is the easiest way to go on the website, to give you guys a phone call? Which one would you rather? What is the best way to
There's a lot on the website. You can reach out Instagram. Our Instagram is kind of the go-to medium, I guess. You can DM us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Come walk in. we're usually only staffed about 8 a.m. to 12.
Okay.
So yeah, send us a DM on Instagram. You can go info@Dogma Athletica.
Okay.
And that's gonna ping me right away,
Oh,
and I'll be able to get right back to you right away at info@Dogma Athletica if you have any kind of questions.
Oh yeah, here we go. That's awesome.
There we go. Yep.
And you said that you do have some kind of deals for people like first responders, et cetera. Can you kind of talk us?
Yeah, I wanted to get more. I wanted to get to such a local community since I've been here
Yes.
for over a decade now. It's just great having all my friends and local community in there. It gets the energy up in the gym. So we're offering all kinds of new deals. If you're a Riverwalk resident, owner, or employee, we have a great discounted membership. If you're a ski patrol first responder, we have a great discount.
That's so awesome.
And if I'm willing to work with you. If your gym right now isn't working for you and it's a little too expensive, I'll beat the price.
That's wild, and that's so amazing. That's brilliant. Yeah.
I just want to make it accessible to the community, and bring the energy up with local vibes.
This is why I love this community. I say, and I know it's cheesy, but I don't care. It's truth. We have the best community here in Vail. I feel this so deeply in my heart.
It's small knit. It's great.
Yes, it is. Sometimes it can be a little frustrating, as we all know, but for the most part, we love it.
Right.
So I wanted to ask you guys, because you're so full of love and joy, and you can tell you genuinely care about what you do, and that's so brilliant that you get to do your life's passion. What is a word? I told you I wouldn't do this. I'm going to put you on the spot. What is one word that you would say when you think about Dogma, as far as like how you feel about it? What's a word that comes to your mind?
Mine, mindfulness.
I love that.
Now Jared's on the spot.
I know. No. Sorry, Jared. We love you. Poor man has 2 children. What am I doing to him? He's been up early.
So the theme of the month for February for my classes is present, and I do think that is one of the main lessons I've learned from working under Rod and with Brent and Brian and all the other Katie and Sarah, of just coming in, and you really do, we tell our clients to, once you walk through that door, everything that's happening in your daily life can kind of pause, and let's do our thing while we're here. Let's be in this moment, and let's really just listen and understand what's going on in a system that we really don't pay as much attention to as we probably should. Yeah. And I think it's one thing that's been super inspiring for me and changing too, of just being present, and like it goes into that mindfulness. They kind of go hand in hand of, what are we really doing when we go? And it's awesome for Brent and I, because we get to go to work and literally just talk to amazing people, show them what we love to do and have fun doing. Right. Clients like us to work out with them at times too, so it's like we get our own workout in. I mean, it's really such an awesome job and place to be.
Well, and I love, go ahead.
Jared teaches a great class, but that's what he starts his class with, is this like a grounding and mindfulness practice.
I love that.
Breath work. Focusing in on the workout, and I think it makes it all that more beneficial.
I love that you guys understand that piece and really use it and utilize that, because I just personally, and all of us come in and we have all these things we think about in this world, and just being able to like kind of release that and really be present and feel your body. I mean, instead of working out and thinking, I have this and this and this and this, it's so very important to get the full workout. So that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's
I like
really
how Jared put it. We pause.
Pause. I like that too. You guys are good. I'm like, I like this vibe. I'm like, I'm here for this. It's like a little meditation, a little therapy, a little bit of working out.
That's right.
Well, this is so awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming in. And for everyone, like you said, that does want to talk to you, sign up. Instagram may be the best way. Dogma Athletica.
It's Instagram, and then also info@Dogma Athletica. If you hit that up, it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna send me a notification right away, and I can get right back to you.
It's so awesome. It's just so neat to see you guys doing what you love, your life's work, your passion. And I know, and I can say this, won't name names, but everyone I know that has come to you guys is very happy. And I've seen in one of my friends a big shift in their energy and their body, which is pretty exciting.
That's great. We know when you, it's not work when it's your passion, right?
Right. I feel that. I like it.
There you go.
Thank you guys so much. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for having us.
Of course. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Morgan. I'm with Ron Byrne and Associates. And today I'd like to welcome you to Mine House and Mi Casa, a premier bed and breakfast right here at the base of Beaver Creek Mountain. Let's go inside.
This property is currently being run as a bed and breakfast with 20 bedrooms, all with ensuite bathrooms. Right now we are standing in Mikasa, and next door we also have Mine House. A wonderful opportunity to own a turnkey hospitality business, but it's also an opportunity to own it as a private residence. It can be sold all as one or in individual pieces, however you choose.
So now that we've had a chance to show you these two amazing properties, Mikasa and Mine House,
we would love the opportunity to show you in person. Give us a call.
Coming at you from around the world. The biggest names in sports, entertainment, and business.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's no way.
Exclusive access and one-on-one conversations.
Yeah, you guys really did some deep research.
I don't think we should give him any more information.
In depth with Graham Bensinger.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
TV8 Vail is expanding its distribution, and we want you to be the first to know. You can now find TV8 and our all-Spanish live stream Conecta en Vivo on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. Search the channel store for TV8 Vail and Conecta en Vivo on your device and add them to your list of favorite channels. And as always, you can continue to live stream on our website at tv8vail.com or find us on Spotify. At home or on the go, you'll never miss a minute of your favorite local programs on TV8.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for
Some good deals, too good to miss on Flash Deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now it's Valentine's Day, and when I think of Valentine's, I think of sweet treats. So we're going to make a Valentine's Day heart-shaped cake. Let's take a look.
It's Valentine's Day, and you know what Valentine's Day means?
Chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Exactly right. You know, you can always have chocolate on Valentine's Day, especially the good kind.
Where's the flour?
You know what? We don't have any flour.
We don't.
We don't, because this is a gluten-free, if you want to be official, or also known as a very decadent flourless chocolate cake.
Okay.
Very easy. So first of all, I love the double boiler for one reason. I'm freezing right now, so just warming my hands over the heat from this. But we've got lots happening here in the kitchen, and we are melting chocolate. We're adding cacao powder to it. We're adding sugar, eggs, and butter. So this is a 6-ingredient recipe, unless you want to add kosher salt, and then it makes it a 7-ingredient recipe. Very easy.
Okay.
You don't have to be super fancy. You know, you can impress your guest or your hot date for the evening.
What makes a difference whether you want to add salt or not? Is it just personal preference?
It's personal preference.
Okay.
You know, I love the combination of a salty sweet, so especially when it comes to chocolate. So this is a fun one. We can add it in if we want to, or we don't have to. But what about you? What's your preference?
I don't know. I'm kind of with you. I like maybe sprinkle on the top.
Yeah.
That way you get a little bit of the savory up there.
It's true. And you know what's great about this recipe is we can really top it with anything that we want to. So if you wanted to do some flaky sea salt or kosher salt later, you can. But let's go ahead and get started.
Let's get started.
Let's get started. So we've got chocolate chips, Well, first of all, we need them to be melted, but the best way to melt chocolate chips is with some butter, and we actually have a double boiler action happening here.
Okay.
So have you worked with a double boiler before?
I have.
Okay.
Yes,
so
I have.
Tell us the secret. How do you do
Well,
it?
the secret to where the purpose behind a double boiler is you don't want to add direct heat to something because you'll scorch it or burn it. So a double boiler adds, you know, that secondary heat to something to get it melted or where it needs to be, kind of like you could do it with the chocolate chips, or like if you're doing a hollandaise sauce. You don't want to scorch it, you don't want to overdo it, so this gives a nice, gentle,
it puts a
decadent-
separation between
Yeah.
the direct source.
Yeah.
And so what we've got here is a small pot, and we've actually started with the rolling boil, so that doesn't have to be, you know, overly, like, very at the height of a boiling
Right.
temperature, but we've got light bubbles happening. So we're going to put our glass bowl directly onto the pot here.
Okay.
And that is how we start a double boiler. So this recipe calls for about a cup of chocolate chips and 6 tablespoons of butter.
There's about a cup.
We've got about a cup of chocolate
Chocolate
chips.
chips.
And now we need to add about 6 tablespoons of butter as well.
Okay.
And that's how it's all going to melt together. So we're just pouring
Perfect.
this in here, just adding it in. Now we've got 2 mini sticks of butter.
And this says 4, so it's 4.
4 per mini stick.
Per
So
mini
we're going to cut
stick.
1 in half, which is good because we need to save the other 2 tablespoons.
Put it right in there with it.
Just dump
Okay.
it right in here. We're just
I'll get
letting
2
it.
more.
We're letting it slowly melt. So we're just going to sit here, hang out, have a conversation as it continues to melt in our.
And while Kevin cuts 2 more.
Well, Kevin cuts
tablespoons.
2 more of these, but it's really great. And so to prep this recipe, so the total ingredients are cacao powder, sugar, butter. We've got vanilla extract, eggs, 4 eggs. We need about 4 eggs there.
Okay, I've got
right.
4.
We've got
Okay.
4. We've got
6 actually.
2
Look
in
at
case
that.
we break one and can't use it.
So eggs in this bowl?
Eggs in this bowl, yep.
Okay.
So we're putting all the other ingredients in this bowl as our chocolate and our butter continues to melt. And then with that extra 2 tablespoons of butter, we actually have these cute little ramekins. They hold up to 2 or 4 ounces, and each ramekin we're going to cover about 4 ounces worth of the batter, so that it just is a nice, decadent, individual. I think serving things in individual servings always makes it a little bit more fun,
Oh, yeah.
especially
It's fancy.
Especially if it's for your date or, you know, you're hosting a dinner party. And this is just also a great recipe to use for that as well. So our chocolate's looking great. It's melting. We're just going to keep stirring it, and you just kind of keep stirring and stirring until everything melts. And then once it's melted, we'll remove it from the heat. We'll get these things rocking and rolling. We'll stir it up, and it's that simple.
So should I just beat these eggs in?
So go ahead and beat those eggs. I'm going to pass you that back, and
Okay.
we're going to need that as well. So we've got those eggs beating. And this recipe can be made vegan if you wanted to. Instead of using butter, you could use, you know, anything that calls for a butter substitute as well.
Got it.
And so
Ooh, look at those things.
it's gluten-free, it's flourless, it's delicious. You know, back in the day, I think flourless chocolate cake used to be a very decadent recipe. Now it's a gluten-free substitute, but you know, as we are more aware of our health these days. But looking good, Kevin. So then we've got regular sugar. We need about 3/4 of a cup of regular sugar there.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and get started with that. That's a brand new bag of sugar.
Oh.
So it really doesn't matter. You can use regular sugar, you can use coconut sugar, whatever you feel, whatever your preference is, really.
Ooh, coconut sugar would be good.
Yeah, it would be delicious. I like coconut sugar. I use it a lot, actually, when I'm at home. So this chocolate is looking great. I'm going to lower some of this heat a little bit and just make sure that we are stirring it up. It looks good. The butter is the one that doesn't want to melt as much here, but you can also pop this in the microwave if you wanted to. So you can just microwave it off and on in 30-second increments.
Or set it out just a little bit longer than what we did so
Sure.
it softens up.
Absolutely. Yep, and looking good though, because the butter and the chocolate together gives it a nice liquid, melty consistency.
All right, so sugar goes in.
Sugar goes in here. So the only ingredients that we have in this bowl is the butter and the chocolate, and then we're adding in 3/4 of a cup of sugar into this mixture here.
Okay.
Our flourless mixture.
Yes.
And then on top of that, we're adding cacao and vanilla as well. So vanilla extract. About 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I always like to add a little extra, so if you're not exact.
Just like it a little vanilla.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's a little bit despite what you think, you cannot tell that there's more vanilla in a chocolate recipe.
That's right.
So we're looking good. Everything's looking great. Chocolate's melting really, really well. Really happy with the way that it's looking. And this is, it just makes it not burn because, you know, it takes a minute to melt all the chocolate.
It does.
About 2 tablespoons looks great there. And
I give you a little extra just to make you happy.
Yep, just
Happy
a little.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. And then we'll do about 1/4 of a cup of cacao powder.
Okay.
And you mix all of that in. So once all of that is mixed, then we're going to dump it all into this bowl once we've got everything melted. And then we'll add everything into our ramekins and pop it in the oven for about 25 to 27 minutes. Our oven is heated at 375, so it's a good temperature. We make sure it's nice and hot. You want to make sure that when you are putting this mixture into the oven, it's already hot, so you're not kind of cooking it at a weird temperature, you know. So almost done here, looking great. As you can see,
cacao in here.
Cacao in there, yeah,
Okay.
just like that. I can smell the chocolate. Can you smell it?
I know, it does smells amazing. Look at that.
It really does. And you know what's great about cacao powder is that it actually is not sweet at all. So it's just the exact.
I wonder why.
I wonder why, because there's no added sugar into it, and cacao is not naturally sweet. It's just a delicious. We're making a mess in here, Kevin.
I know. Look at that.
You know, it's not as bad as when I made the powdered sugar ingredient into the chocolate football for the big game. That was pretty funny.
Did it just poof up on you?
It did. You know, we should probably be wearing aprons. But, you know, I'd say we're experts at this point. Okay, our butter is looking really, really good. We're just making sure everything is nice and smooth.
Wow, that looks great.
It does. Now, you could use an electric mixer if you wanted to in this to really make sure everything
But why?
works. But what's the point?
What's the point?
What's the point? All right, so this one you want to make sure that everything is nice and smooth. It looks really smooth now. We're going to turn off the oven, or the stove, rather. Butter is melted, chocolate is melted, and we're going to remove it from the heat. So I'm just going to take this hot water out of the way.
Okay.
And put it into our sink here.
Hot Water Burn Baby. What movie is that from?
I don't know.
Rain Man.
There we go.
See?
Looks good. So as you're mixing that in, Kevin.
Trivia too while we make our
little movie trivia. We're going to go ahead and dump this mixture into here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like that. Looking good. And as you do that, I'm going to continue to stir it. And it will be kind of thick at first, but you just want to stir it up and make sure that everything is looking good. And while I stirred this, Kevin, I'm going to ask you to butter our ramekin.
Really? You never ask me anything. You just tell
Kevin,
me.
would you mind buttering our ramekins?
That's what I do.
So while he's doing that, I'm just going to continue to stir this, and I'm actually going to switch it over to our whisk because I think it'll break up some of the smaller pieces. And then from here, we're going to pour these into our ramekins. You can do a little bit of a bigger ramekin, and it'll give you about 2 servings, but I think...
Do you have to adjust, do you think probably your cooking time if it's a little bigger, or do you think it'll be about the same?
I think it would be about the same. You really kind of monitor it. You know, you want to start with a basis of about 25 minutes and then stick a knife in the middle of it, and if it comes out clean, then it's done.
Okay.
Because your outside edges will be crispy, the inside will be nice and gooey, and it's just going to be delicious. So we're going to continue stirring here, and then we're going to pour them into our ramekins, pop them in the oven, and then later we'll show you how delicious these are going to be.
Smells great.
Oh my gosh, yes. You can see the consistency is kind of like a brownie batter now, which is exactly what we want. So we'll be back with more on our show right after this. We are mixed, we are buttered. We got our
batter.
We've got a batter, and we're about to pour it. This is going to be the fun part. Do you want to hold the bowl, or should I?
No, I want to watch you do the whole thing while I stand here with a rag, ready to mop up the mess.
As you can see, the consistency is great. It's a little bit more liquidy because we've been stirring it. The melted butter and chocolate has just really made it a great consistency to pour into our ramekins. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And while we do that, Kevin, I'm going to give this to you, and we're just going to
give me that.
Okay. Kevin's going to show me how it's done.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm just getting all the
mess out of the way. So we're just going to pour a little bit in here, and you want to pour it into about the 4 ounces. As you can see, these ramekins have little hash marks. So
look at
pouring it in looks great.
But the aroma in this kitchen right now is mesmerizing.
It is mesmerizing. You know, I love a good fudgy chocolate cake, and that's exactly what these are, especially when they are flourless. And we've pulled them out of the oven. They've got a nice, as you can see, crispy outside.
Perfect.
Just like we wanted.
Yeah.
The inside is ooey gooey. Are we digging in?
Go ahead.
We are digging in. I'm going to go ahead and
I'll narrate as you eat.
Well, you can just
As the
hear.
spoon enters the center
Oh my gosh.
of the flourless
Flourless,
chocolate mini
ooey
cake.
gooey mini chocolate cake. Ooh, fresh out of the oven.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
The season starts when Nate Dogg, Trailer Tom, and friends have started the season in front of you.
There it is, the white ribbon of living.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And on that very first chair, two very familiar faces who've been in line for 2 days.
My name is Nate Dogg, Nate Dogg.
My name is Trailer Tom.
Nate Nadler and Tom Miller live nearby.
I feared nothing but not getting first chair.
It's like a chair nightmare.
Yeah, it's like a chair nightmare.
My goal is to continue to fight for this first chair as long as I'm physically able. First chair coming at us one more year.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning, Vail. I have Tegan on the couch with me, Eagle Valley Library District. How you doing, Tegan?
Good. How are you?
It's a Friday. That's
It
what
is,
we're both
it is.
deciding. And we're like, you know, it's always a good day when you come in and share everything, and you have a lot to share with us.
I got excited and brought a lot.
Tell us. I'm excited about it.
All right, so this is library things.
Okay.
So things that maybe you wouldn't think the library would have for you to check out. This
Yeah.
isn't everything,
Okay.
although I did bring a lot because I got excited.
No, I love it. I love the enthusiasm.
Thank
That's
you.
the whole kind of vibe of the show today is loving your job.
Yes,
so it's
yes,
perfect.
yes. And so this is things that you can check out with your library card.
Okay.
So we've got a microscope.
I love that.
Yes, and it comes with slides. So that's my favorite part is like the whole slide. So it's
Tegan, I used to have one when I was younger,
Yes!
and this is fascinating.
Yes. So
How
kids can
cool.
check this out and see all the little things in the world.
Oh my gosh, I
So,
love.
It is a great kit that, again, is available with your library card. Ooh, I don't
And
know
that's
how that
something
got
you
in
would
there.
not think of. How
No.
cool.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, exactly.
I love this.
So, and then we got, this is our SNAP circuits. So these are part of our STEM kits for the kiddos.
Okay.
So building upon science, technology,
cool.
engineering, and math. So this is a whole SNAP circuit. It's easier to show
Yeah, no.
what it's supposed to look like.
Wow.
So it's circuitry. So once you build on all of this, the fan will spin, it'll make noise, there's lights, so it'll turn on if
So
you get
cool.
the circuits right.
So this is wild because when I was a little girl, we didn't really have a lot of this yet, I don't think.
yeah.
But I played Mousetrap a lot, and I
Oh.
learned early on or later on in my lifetime that kind of went to. That's
Yes,
neat.
yes.
Yeah.
If you build it right,
Cool.
things will happen. So
I love
same
that.
here, Snap Circuit.
So you have a whole box full of.
Whole kit.
Okay. Okay.
So it is completely
Oh, wow.
full. Maybe I can hold it up a
Is
little bit.
this for one one person?
Yes,
to do? Oh,
yes.
wow.
So a family can come in and check this out, and then just build and build and build and
How
see.
cool for like snowy day activity
Yep,
or weekend. And how long do they get it again?
They get for library things.
Yes.
It checks out for a week.
A week. Okay.
A week.
Got it.
And then on top of it, as you're thinking for snowy days,
Yes.
we have games. So we have card games, board games.
I played this. I love this game. Unstable Unicorns.
It's a fun one.
I love it. Yes.
Yep. Spot It. And so we got card games and board games for families that are up. Or,
Spot
you
It.
know, again, snowy days, what are you going to do? We also have games in Espanol.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
How cool.
Yeah, yeah. So
I don't
these,
think, see, again,
you
Tegan's
can check
blowing
these
my
out.
mind. Last
At the
week when
library.
you came in and I was just like, oh my goodness, like just blown away. This is so cool. Yet again,
Yay.
like Spanish games.
Yep,
And-
Spanish games.
Yeah.
Those are fresh. These are new to the library
Wow,
of things.
how cool.
And speaking of things, you know, I picked random things.
No, I love this.
So this is a projector. So if you want to like, if you have a big wall space and you want to
No
just
way.
put it on your wall
That's
and watch
so
a movie,
cool.
you can, or maybe outside.
I feel like that's really neat because I'm like
Maybe
in
not
my,
now
I'm
outside,
in my
but
40s and I'm like, yes, I could have a weekend party with my friends with a show, but that's true.
Yeah.
Like for little kids having sleepovers, watching
yeah,
a fun
you can project
movie.
it onto the
How
wall,
cool.
and then they can have their little space.
How many? And you have one of those.
We have a couple in our collection that you can check out.
Cool.
But again, we don't have very many of these things,
But I
which
mean,
is why you can check them out for
How
you.
neat is this though? Because you think library books, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Exactly.
I love
Yep.
books, but I'm saying games.
Games,
And then, yes.
things for STEM-based learning. I brought our toolkit here. Let's see if I don't make a mess. Okay, good.
Oh, wow.
So this
It's
is
an
a
actual
full, it's an
toolkit.
actual toolkit. So, you know, there's days where, you know, maybe you're a renter or you just got to the community and you
Right.
haven't had an opportunity to hit Ace or Home Depot and you need a hammer.
I'm laughing
You
because
just
I've
need
been
a
here
hammer.
for 10 years and I still don't have
You have a hammer? Oh. Well,
Yep.
you can check one out
True
at the
story.
library
Thank
if you
you.
need it. If you just need a Phillips or a flathead.
Well, I mean,
maybe
I
some
have
pliers.
a few things, but not,
Okay.
this is pretty
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
But
so
how cool.
Again,
That's
you can
really,
check it out at the library.
I just love that the library obviously is a space for people to read and get away and have those moments, and reading is such a powerful thing. And to help the community.
Yes.
Because you're right, when you move here and so much is going on, and maybe that's your last process is to get a hammer, to get a screwdriver.
Right,
to get,
right. Or
How
you thought
cool.
you had it and it's in a box, or
Yes.
you lost it somewhere along the way.
We've all been there.
Yep.
Me, 10 years later.
and you need it. And so the library of things is
wow.
for learning, hobbies, and just helping the community with whatever their needs are.
Well, and I keep on thinking, like with the STEM, you could get a book, obviously.
Yes.
And then you could apply that
Yes.
with the, how cool
Yeah,
is
with
that?
our STEM kits, they
Yeah.
do come with books.
Cool.
And besides books, we also have blocks.
Oh, wow.
Again, so a big fat book to tell you how this particular STEM kit works.
Oh, I
So
love
this is
this.
all about learning about numbers. So I think I crowded the table here.
This would be,
but there's the 9.
this is really powerful because as someone who, I'm very visual, and I know a lot
Yes.
of learners are.
I'm trying to find
Math
this
has
9.
always been hard for me, English easy,
Yeah.
and this would have made learning math
Tactile.
so, yes.
Yes. And so I'm trying to find the 10
I'm just holding
or-
the 9.
Yeah. But that's
How cool.
So if you look at it conceptually,
Oh.
7, maybe you hold the 10
Okay,
and I'll hold
got
the
it.
7 and the 3. So conceptually, 7
Right.
plus 3 will make the 10.
That's so
And so that
neat
just kind of
to
helps,
see
younger learners kind of grasp the concept of math.
How cool.
Because it's
I
hard.
needed that. I needed this back in the day.
So we have that for, again, little learning.
That
so a
is
huge
brilliant.
book. So most of our STEM kits, especially for the kiddos, will check out with a book, so to continue the learning.
And Tegan, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
With this kind of learning is kind of the concept, and maybe this is simplistic, but so you not only see it, you can physically feel
Yes,
it. And then when you go
yes.
back and you're like 7 plus 3, you can maybe see that
Yep,
moment. And
you
you're-
can see them, you can remember touching them,
Cool.
and so you're going on a lot of modes of learning.
Right.
So visual, there's audio,
Yeah,
and then
auditory,
there's also
yep.
auditory, and then also physical, so touching.
Oh, I
So it's hitting all those.
How
so hopefully,
cool.
you know, those concepts
get a little bit more hard work.
I'm just smiling because I'm like, Tegan, if anyone thinks that libraries are boring, you need to talk to Tegan because she will show you how much that it offers. Because who would have thought a microscope, there's tools to learn that you can physically hold the numbers. A toolkit, literally, a physical toolkit. That's pretty awesome.
Behind me is a telescope, and then here I got one more thing.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay.
One more
so
thing.
this is called our memory kits, and so this is to work with those who with dementia or older adults who are who you want to start working with their memory on.
Oh, okay.
And so this is again library things have all sorts of
amazing.
Activities in here, and so what you would do with your loved one or these have flashcards, and so what you do is you just kind of show them a thing. This happens to be winter things, and then it generates conversation. So you're trying to trigger memories.
And this is so very important too, not even with older generation, but also after COVID. I've done a lot of research that it's really good for your memory.
Yep.
So,
so these are good conversation starters to help with memory and to help with those.
And I was going to say, Tegan, so all of this, all you need is a library card.
All you need is a library card,
So
yes.
get your library card today. That's our PSA. Thank you so much, Tegan.
You.
That is so awesome. I love this. And so get your library card. You can go to any of the libraries here in Eagle County,
Yep.
correct?
Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum are part of the Eagle Valley Library District.
Awesome. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the TV8 Weather Channel, or Weather Station, I should say. Happy Valentine's Day to you. It is a snowy one out there, so be careful. 8 a.m., 34 degrees, a high of 36, and snow, a 90% chance. Periods of snow throughout the day, winds west to southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. 8 a.m., 34 degrees with constant snow as you see throughout the day, noon 35, 4:34, and 8 p.m. 31 degrees with snow consistently. Very snowy day. Eagle 40, Vail 36, Denver 48, and then Avon 37 degrees. So it's going to be a snowy Valentine's Day indeed. Get on out there, have some fun skiing or shredding, snowboarding. Low of 25 degrees tonight. Snow, 70% chance, light snow. Sunset at 5:41 p.m. Have a great Valentine's Day. Have some fun in that snow. Please be careful when you're driving, and happy Friday.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to